Today we're taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. We have this for a few days now and I'm going to give you my thoughts about it. This is our initial review of the device, but if you're looking for our full review, you can check it out on our website at Gadget Pilipinas. Oh, and by the way, we finally reached our 50,000 subscribers goal a few days ago. Thank you so much for your support. And if you're new to the channel, I would love it if you can join our squad. Unboxing the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra was something that I somehow expected. There isn't much thrill and excitement because you're just basically getting the box, the phone, the SIM ejector tool, charging cable, yep, there is one contrary to some reports, and some paperwork. There is no charger in the box, and that's quite a bummer for some people. In hindsight, doing this will both help Samsung in reducing their cost and, well, technically Mother Nature because of reduced carbon footprint. Anyway, I digress. The cost has remained almost the same versus last year. The 256GB variant costs $69,990 and the pre-ordered exclusive costs $79,990. But you're getting a better and faster configuration. What I have is the Phantom Black version of the device. I would just call it matte black and it's amazing. I'm a huge fan of this design and their new take on the camera bump is definitely something that I'd like to focus on. They call this contour cut design and it's really a neat way of blending the camera bump to the side bezels. The blending is perfect and the subtlety of its overall design is something that I totally dig. Coming from the Galaxy S20 Ultra though, I think it's a matter of preference if you're rooting or going for the glossy design of it rather than the one on the S21 Ultra's matte finish. Now, it is obvious that this one is a big boy. This one is a little taller and wider, but Samsung was able to reduce its thickness. The bump is obviously slimmer this time around, but this is something that you would not want to carry around if you've got very tiny hands. Buttons are situated on the right side while the ports are at the bottom. There are two microphones at the top and another one just beside the SIM tray. There is no IR blaster, so don't expect this to be your alternative remote unless you're using SmartThings to control your Samsung smart devices. The display of the new Galaxy S21 Ultra is smaller by 0.1 inch versus its predecessor. It still sports the same resolution and display refresh rate, which will definitely delight consumers. It's also HDR10 Plus compatible and now supports a new Gorilla Glass Victus, which is currently right now definitely better than the previous generation. There's also something different about its display too. Among the three new Galaxy smartphones, only the Ultra is compatible with the new S Pen for S devices. Yes, just in case you missed this, Samsung now has an S Pen for Galaxy S devices. Galaxy S21 Ultra gets first dibs in terms of compatibility, and this somehow, in a way, speaks of the fate of the Galaxy Note series. It seems that the S21 Ultra has a special digitizer which the S21 and S21 Plus do not have. That makes it very responsive to the new S Pen. We reached out to Samsung, but they have not replied at the time of the production of this video. Now let's get into the performance side of things this time around. For what it's worth, the performance of last year's S20 Ultra was not bad at all, but it's something that would not be able to compete directly with phones packed with Snapdragon 865 and even 865 Plus. People blamed the underperforming Exynos 990, which I also believe is the main culprit. But this time, with the Exynos 2100 on board, things seem to be much better in terms of overall performance. By the way, if you're looking for a Tagalog review and first impressions of S21 Ultra, you can check out Mary Bautista and Alvin Tries Tech. Filipino naman tayo guys, but we're doing multilingual here to accommodate our international audience. Okay, so let's move now into the benchmark results, which was the first thing I did when I got this device. The data you're seeing right now will form part of our full review, so be sure to take a screenshot if you want to remember these data. The performance result inched closer to Snapdragon 865 Plus based on my benchmark. This shows that Exynos chips are getting better, especially with the new configuration of their processors this time around. This, however, puts S21 Ultra in should I say, awkward position because it's smacked in the middle of devices that are or will have Snapdragon 870 5G and 888 configurations. Yes, there is Snapdragon 870 5G now, so in case you missed it, check out the link below. Phones like Galaxy S21 Ultra in the US or even the upcoming Oppo Find X3 are expected to have better performance yield, which is about 20 to 30% better than previous generation at the very least. Nevertheless, the Galaxy S21 Ultra is definitely a worthy flagship option regardless of your reason for owning one. While this device is not advertised or heavily positioned as a gaming device, just like the Legion Dual or ROG Phone 3, I was able to play flagship mobile games without any issues, even at maximum settings. Games like Genshin Impact, for instance, play at flawless 60 FPS with motion blur turned off. We have full gameplay benchmark results on our website, including temperature, so be sure to check that out when you're free. Links are in the description down below. Perhaps the main reason why you're getting the S21 Ultra is because of its camera features. The new cameras are beefy with new features, and the improvement from the previous generation is just way above my expectations. The new 108 megapixel camera and also the implementation of features attached to it sort of redeemed the problems we encountered in S20 Ultra. You're also getting a dual pixel 12 megapixel ultra wide camera and a two dual pixel 10 megapixel telephoto lens. As my editor would say, the rear cameras of the S21 Ultra are super busy and stuffed with features that some would either consider gimmicks or essential ones, however one would really perceive it. But honestly, kung bibili ka ng Galaxy S21 Ultra and you're not going to maximize its camera features, then you better just get yourself a Galaxy S21 instead. Now, there are a couple of things that I'd like to highlight here. These are the camera features that I actually enjoyed using and I thought of sharing them with you. It is very likely that you'll love these features too, so here we go. The new zoom lock feature when using the 100 times zoom is heaven sent. This makes things easier for you to zoom in to a specific subject, which I had problems doing with the S20 Ultra. I also noticed that the photos I took using the 100 times zoom are sharper and clearer than before. You can now also take advantage of all of its lens to shoot at 4K 60 FPS. This is the first time in their lineup of devices. That is why they're able to take advantage of it with the new camera features. The director's view is also another one that I likely use more with this device. The fact that you can use the lens to create new stories and content will definitely excite content creators out there. Whether you're into TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or Instagram Stories, you can definitely extend the breadth of your creativity to various ways. Another feature that I truly enjoyed using is a single take. This is where the super matured AI plays with the S21 Ultra's cameras. You can produce 10 contents with a single take, that's why it's called single take, and that brings a lot of convenience to consumers out there. Apart from camera, the new One UI 3.1 features new improvements and subtle redesigns. Overall design looks more roundish, and the accessibility to new features are easier. There are now new always on display designs, and you can also customize it with custom images that you can download online. Now, how about battery performance? Well, pulling this test was somehow tricky because my usual methodology using PCMark failed twice while testing this device. So I had to resort to doing video loop test while the screen is set at 30% with Wi-Fi turned on. So in that test, it took about 12 hours before the battery reached 20%. So this should give you an idea of how well this performs in this scenario. If you're after how S21 Ultra's battery works in gaming scenario, we'll be able to give you more empirical data when we finish more video game benchmark soon. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra is exponentially better than its predecessor. While its processor's performance has tremendously improved versus Exynos 990, it still falls short versus its Snapdragon counterparts. By counterparts, I'm speaking here of the Snapdragon 865 Plus and 888. Samsung has also gone all out with their cameras and all the technologies that come with it. The strength of Galaxy S21 Ultra can be seen in content creation and overall user experience. Samsung's efforts to improve its software has totally paid off with this smartphone with One UI 3.1. So, should you buy it? Yes. If you're in the market for a new flagship smartphone that will replace your old Android device or maybe your iPhone, consider this your new phone. The steep price, if you are the intended consumer for this device, should not be an issue if you've been considering getting an iPhone 12 Pro Max. That's it for our initial review of the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. For more videos like this, you may want to subscribe to Gadget Pilipinas. And if you want to view or read the written review of the Galaxy S21 Ultra, you can go and check it out at gadgetpilipinas.net. Link is also in the description below. This has been Gian of gadgetpilipinas.net. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!